And books are really good friends as well, because what other humans has written about their experiences and about what they felt, the way they lived, can really resonate inside of you and awake part of you that are asleep, because we have access to all that knowledge of humankind. We are coming from that, and it's just that a lot of time this inner knowledge is asleep. So when we have these sources around and when we have these books, being with ourselves while reading, because it's interiorized, these things can resonate and make us expanding our consciousness of ourselves. So books are really, really amazing. What else? I have a lot of questions. People ask me a lot of things regarding the video. Very encouraging. I'm really moved about the message I receive and the comments. And I would love to thank you very much, because for me, it's really encouraging to see that sharing my experience can bring something to others. I always did with my friends around, but I never did it like that. So I'm not really set up with video and things. I do some, things that are not really easy, like writing upside down or things like that. I have to learn. But and also now I have to do the same thing I did in English in French, because I have a lot of requests, and it's true, it's my native language. But French people has to understand that it's much easier to communicate in English because there are people all around the world who can understand. If I was speaking only in French, it's more limiting. And now I have a lot of work, because besides the video I did, I have a lot of messages to answer, so it takes me a big part of my day, almost all my day, to do that. So now doing this in French is going to take me also a lot of time. So be patient, they will come. Soyez patients, les Français, ça va venir. Et voilà quoi, donc je vous souhaite, I wish you to have the best time in quarantine as much as you can. I know it's not easy for a lot of you, because there are anxiety about work, about money, about how you're going to make it. It's difficult to stay with kids or elderly at home and to entertain them and to make them feeling good and happy, and this is really a lot on you, on us women, and also on now men that can understand what is to be at home with kids. That is not often very easy. So now you can share the task together, men and women, husband and wife, with your kids, and maybe you're going to discover other ways to communicate and to relate. I think it's a time to take the most possible advantage of all opportunities, all new ways of living in a way. And maybe for a lot of us, this, not for me because I already live like in quarantine, self-quarantine all the time. I live in silence and I'm single. But for a lot of people, maybe they're going to discover and desire to live differently from this experience. So I think gratitude is important for what is given, even if it's not easy for a lot of people. I'm thinking especially for all the medical staff that are working so hard and expose themselves so much. So gratitude for them is very, very important, and support with our spirit, you know, and also without doing things to don't overwhelm them. To be more in touch with our body, to listen if it's very serious or not, to relate, to relativize, to don't go straight because we cannot breathe a little and immediately think it's the virus. No, we have to take care, to be alert, but also to don't be on the panic, don't be on the fear. but try really to listen what the body is saying. If it's a collective fear or if it's something real that you are experimenting and you really have to go, but you have to think, because you're going in hospitals or these kind of medical facilities, you can expose yourself really. And also maybe you have the virus and it's going to be very mild, like they said 80% of the case. So don't create drama around that, because if you create drama and you are under fears, you are lowering your immune system. Your vibration becomes very low and your immune system is becoming low as well and cannot face properly everything that is coming that can be, difficult to deal with for the body. So help your body as well. Try to be very positive. I know it's not easy sometimes. Try to be to have another understanding at another level. The books I gave this morning give that other vision of things, the hidden side of things. So, because we are like a symbol, and everything is symbol. A symbol is like a coin, and the coin has two faces. So, we have this face we see, and we have the other face that we don't see, but it exists. So how can we try, in what we live, to see the other side of things, to see the benefits we can get from the difficult side of things, from what we know. We can try to see, to be curious about what we don't know, what is hidden. That is also part of that coin, of that symbol. So maybe you can investigate online about things that cross your mind, and you Google and you can have more information. I love the symbol dictionary for that, for dreams, for things that cross my mind, or things I'm reading somewhere on a truck, or what is the message there? What do I have to understand about that? And I go and I looked in this book or online, and I can have a more expanded vision of the thing, because the world outside, my inner world, make me attracted by something outside to give me an opportunity to see something different of myself. In fact, I project outside something that attracts me to be able to have a better vision of my inner self. So it's this work of projection that we do all the time, and it's quite fascinating. So maybe try to, you have time now to go and investigate that. The unknown is quite fascinating. I posted something this morning that really, a quote of Satpram, that really expressed my way of living, and about being curious and being not afraid about the unknown, and by being out of the boxes. All in respecting others, but respecting first what is right for myself. It is not obliged to be in the convention, but trying to be in the frame without not satisfying what is right for me. So it's quite an art in itself. And I think as human beings, you came here as soul to experiment human experience as it is, with our body, our senses, everything that is on earth, on the human dimension. So there is no guilt, there is no shame, there is no fear. We have to go with that flow. Voilà. I wish you a good day. Bye-bye.